Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Benjamin.
Danny Anthem, aka The Juice.
Welcome back to Something About the Culture. Hey, bro, how your week been, man?
Man, it's been good, man. Just really work. Went back to the gym.
That's what's up.
I'm sore as hell right now.
Hey.
But shout out to Mr. Smith at Get Fit. I was trying to do my jump rope workout today, and everything was shut down, and he got me in a nice little spot where I could.
Oh, that's dope.
So yeah, he's the OG. You could tell, man, when you look at him. You know, there's two types of OGs. There's the OG that knows a whole bunch because they done messed up their whole life.
Yeah.
And there's an OG who just got that wisdom in him. He the second type, definitely, man. You could tell by how he presents himself, man. But other than that, man, just doing that, studying my personal training book, trying to look the part by the time I graduate.
Heard that.
And,
look, you gotta
take some pictures with my shirt off or something. Maybe some baby oil. Get some baby oil on them. I prefer vitamin E, but if baby oil is all we got, you know, I'm good.
I'm gonna get greased up a little bit, you know,
lubed up,
lather myself down with some essential oils.
Yeah, a little peppermint, you know, keep everything smelling fresh. But that's it, man. What about you?
That aloe vera.
Hey, no lie. I got some aloe vera leaves sitting at the crib right now. Right now.
That's what you need. And the eucalyptus.
There's that too. Shut up, Nick.
I ain't nothing this week.
I'm putting it on wax. We just thought of a funny skit.
Yeah, that's true. We did. We did come up with something that's pretty
hopefully
good.
We could tell y'all something about that. I'm holding you to it. It's in the air now.
You see something?
It's gonna be out. It's gonna be out.
But now, man, you know the craziest thing that happened to me happened today, and I watched church twice because I watched the Karen Place myself. They do the early thing, and I watched. I can never think of the church that I actually go to. I started going to before COVID shut down. I never really Heart Landing, maybe. I don't know. I think that's Sudden Place name.
Heart's Landing. Yeah, nah, bro.
Heartland.
Okay.
It's close. Heartland Church. I watched that one after with the family, and both of them threw me off today. Like both of them, something happened where you're like, you know what? Yeah, I ain't gonna watch this shit no more.
The church?
Yeah. One wasn't that bad. Like the Karen Place wasn't that bad. It wasn't really nothing. It just caught me off guard. But the one,
you gotta say what happened now.
Then that one I'm gonna let go. The one in Heartland, and I'm not even. It was at Heartland, and the guy was preaching. It wasn't even the main
maybe
preacher.
We shouldn't try to figure out their name.
No, it wasn't even.
It's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late.
I said I wasn't gonna say nothing about it earlier when I thought about it too. And but it wasn't even the main pastor preaching, and he was telling the story though. Like it was towards the end, and he told the story like he found Jesus. But it was the most white privilege shit I've ever heard in my life, and it just completely threw me off the whole. Like bro, this dude was in an international flight, and his brother-in-law lost his passport, and he was trying to get back on the plane, and he's like arguing with the people want to get in the plane, and dude was like. And he was making an argument like, oh, look at everybody, it's my family, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, where are we going with the story? How'd he get on this flight? You know what I mean? This had to be some Jesus. And then he was like, oh man, my brother-in-law was getting upset, like he was ready to fight. And we was like, oh, whose family is this? And we was like, oh, we was about to throw hands if he wasn't getting on this plane. I'm like, oh, so y'all was ready to fight for because y'all couldn't break international law. And then the guy, the pilot, I guess, looked at him, was like, oh, he's with me. I'm taking him. And they found Jesus in their white privilege, and I was like, bro, I was done.
Obviously,
man.
I'm missing some key components to this.
Like, no, that's it. That was it. The pilot let him on the plane still without his passport,
and that's what brought him to Jesus.
And he found, and he
okay.
That was his closer. Like, come on closer to Jesus. He'll let you. Like, bro, I would have got shot. Like, nigga, that don't work for me. Jesus ain't on the main line on that flight, bro. That was not that. I'm sorry. But that threw me off, man.
You don't know, you might get a brother pilot. You might hey yo.
Bruh, that's my brother.
He's with me. He's with me. Come on, get on the he'll be from New York to get on the plane, son. Sit down. We got to go.
You never know, but man, it threw me off, man. It threw me off. But it was funny. What we getting into?
Somebody else got thrown off. Somebody's mama got thrown off.
He's with me. Get that bitch
out. Nah. So a boy got suspended in Colorado Springs for having a toy gun in school.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
But it was virtual class.
I remember that. Yeah, he walked in the classroom when he sat on his couch.
With a toy gun. Like, got suspended for 5 days.
Did you see the picture of the gun?
Yes.
They had the fake words. The teacher notified that
it's
it
got
was
a big
fake
orange
gun.
piece.
Yeah.
On the front of it.
There's people defending it like they did the right thing because you never know. Like showing pictures of real guns with like weird colors. Like dude was showing a John Deere gun. Like, oh, this looks fake,
it
doesn't it? Like,
obviously
no,
looks like a
it
toy
does.
gun.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like that John Deere gun looks like a real gun. It don't got the orange tip on it like this one has
Right.
at all. Like, how's this?
Or zombie hunter on it. or
Yeah,
something.
like it was clearly, and one
Yeah, it says zombie killer, zombie
they
hunter,
were
something
they
like that.
recorded because the teacher recorded the kid. That was my first thing where I was like, how? You know what I mean? Because that
If they're
should.
on Zoom, you can record everything.
Yeah, I know, but they're not. You have to have permission to record children.
That's
there
true.
shouldn't be that's illegal. That's illegal recording. You don't
Unless
record in
it's some
classroom.
sort of child welfare law or something.
That's what I'm saying. And like
might
what
be a loophole in
no,
there.
what the school said is it's new programming and they didn't know what they were doing. It was an accident. But the teacher shared the video with the principal, and the principal, when she shared it, she said it was a fake gun.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And the principal called the police. The resource officer, and they got the police involved to go to the kid's house. So they are sharing this illegal video multiple times and got this kid in trouble for it.
The kid now has like a mark on his record too.
Yeah, like
he's bringing a facsimile of a gun.
Yeah, like that's on his permanent school record.
School record.
That he brought a fake gun to school.
Have to explain that for till he graduates.
I mean, and I hate to say it, but there are a lot of things where you never know how he goes. He you know, what's the odds of him being a Harvard contender? You know what I mean?
Right.
But if the little guy if he is, you know what I mean, that could negatively affect him.
Right.
So I mean, I don't hold that one, but the one with the sheriff, the actual police office have it. You know what I mean? He has an actual noted in his record with the police office in his
plus
county.
they did a child welfare check and everything.
Right. So and now imagine, I know we said we weren't going to talk about this story in that county in Florida where those guys have that list of everybody. You know what I mean? In trouble that they're constantly harassing.
Yeah, that program.
Yeah, that program, that Minority Report program where he wants to curb certain crime and they're harassing the citizens. Whoever's on this list for whatever reason, that little boy would be on this list now. And potentially be on that list and constantly be harassed because of that nonsense because someone else decided to call the police, knew it was fake. You know what I mean? Going through all that. But
what happened to calling your mama?
Like, yeah, how did, like, and when they contacted their mom, she was like, oh, I'll talk. They contacted the mom and she said, oh, I'll tell them to make sure not to have it. You know what I mean?
That should be the end.
That should have been the end of it right there.
Why does that need to go any further?
They wanted to call the police, man. The thing that, like, and in Tamir Rice, like, you really called the cops on the little black kid with a fake gun?
Right.
Like, you still doing this? Like you... It bothers me, man. No.
I understand that. That's because
it throws me
that's
off.
exactly the thing.
Like that's dang near like a life threat. Like when I heard it, it's like a life threat to me. If somebody knew my son was playing with a toy gun and still decided to call the police,
yeah.
I'm assuming you want the police to kill my son.
That's the thing. If you know it's a toy gun, so why did the police even need to be involved?
Like,
that's
you
the thing
knew.
I never understood. That's the thing I always thought was whack about the call my mama. She probably gonna give me a whooping.
Supposedly there's another kid. They didn't say exactly what that got suspended. Who was with him? I guess they were in class together, working like he was over his house. And I guess it was both of them. Then they were playing with the gun, and they said they were pointing it. And they said they were pointing it at the screen. But the cops came and showed the video to the dad, and he said that it didn't. He was just passing it back and forth in his hand, which is neither here nor there. The fact remains of what happened, and it's a bunch of BS.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move in, man. We're gonna keep it on BS though, man. You know who's on that BS?
I got 3 guesses.
I think you only need one.
Is it in Washington, D.C. area?
I mean, occasionally. Occasionally, he's there.
Okay, I got you.
So Trump, I know we haven't really talked about this a lot, but the 1619 Project teaches American history from 1619, including slavery, all that. And Trump has now said he would potentially deny funding. He threatened to deny funding to schools who teach that, which was interesting to me because that's pretty much the history of our country. It's true. It's not washed. It's not cleaned. It's not sanitized. I mean, I'm sure it is. It's still going to be American history, but
yeah,
it tells much more of the story. Let me put it like that.
Yeah, it's weird starting our history. Like after I read the article about what it is, and I honestly never thought about it, and like why not? Why wouldn't we start our history considering everything now before? Before the Declaration. Like our country was founded this day. This is where we started, man. Day one. All the dead people before now, we gonna talk.
You learn about the colonial settlers, and then
we glorify the war that won us their country.
That you spend so much time learning about the Revolutionary War.
Yeah. And then it's colonies, Revolutionary War, American history, baby.
That's it. And then the Civil War.
Yeah.
That's it.
Then
you get Black History Month.
And then we go back to talk about some times before the American history. Mm-hmm. When your ancestors was in trouble, don't worry about that. And then you learn about the 60s when your grandparents was in trouble, but then we don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. And then you was alive for the 90s when your parents was in trouble. But you good. You all right. You all right.
About that. And then right now we going to see what happens. But we ain't gonna worry about that either.
Nah,
we ain't gonna
keep
worry
on
about
living.
We gonna keep on going.
But man, the Woodward interviews, some of those came out.
Yeah, there was was it the entire interview? Was that the whole thing?
A lot of that.
My fault. Fred, man. Nigga. You better pick up that mic, nigga.
Pick the mic up.
My fault. My bad. I forgot. I was talking to.
Yo, that was hilarious. I'm sorry. Y'all heard the most obnoxious my laugh can get right there. But that was too funny.
That was funny. That was great.
Hey, yo, I felt like I was about to get threatened by my mama.
I did too. I jumped up. Like, what the fuck going on? I thought something was on. Like, oh, damn. What was happening? I had put the mic down. My fault.
But yo, so that came out, and it revealed that President Trump knew a lot more about coronavirus than he put on originally.
Hold on, wait. Before that, what we were just saying, that interview, like what we were just talking about with the 1619 Project.
Oh, yeah.
That interview, he was asked if he had to learn more about, if he, you know what I mean?
He basically said he feels, the reporter asked him if he feels any responsibility to understand the pain that Black Americans feel.
Yeah.
And he told him, you really drank the Kool-Aid on that one.
And so that kind of answers your question on that 1619 Project. Right. If he cares about learning about the history of Black people and where they come from. No, he gonna take the funding if you try to teach that shit. So
we'll see what happens, man.
What was the other thing with COVID?
He wanted to downplay it to prevent panic. That's what he's saying, which I understand, but that never works. That just causes rage on the back end.
And I asked on Facebook, and of course I only got my man Brian to answer. I always respect that he always gives his thought. People,
I didn't see it.
But I asked, like, how was this a good thing? Because I just curious, like, how do you think this is good? I want justification.
How do you think
it.
This would?
Because there's nothing that you can show in history. There's nothing that you can show in cinematic history where knowing about something that is potentially dangerous and keeping completely silent about it is the best decision for a leader.
True.
Like, I'm talking about, we knew Voldemort was still alive coming back. We just wasn't going to tell nobody. We didn't want y'all to panic. Like, no, it don't work. It's been shown over and over again, and people know it, that's ignorant, and that's not good leadership. Like, no matter how you want to swing it.
I even understand the thinking, but it's just...
but there's
just no example where it works.
There's no example where it works.
That's the problem.
Like, not in a long time. And my biggest problem with him specifically doing that, like, and it's not nothing like, this is him specifically knows he has his own mob.
Him knows.
Him knows.
Him knows.
He knows specifically that he has a mob.
Now let's just refer to him as him from here on out.
Nah, because that's disrespect to my man from Powerpuff Girls with the legs.
Okay. All right.
So I ain't going. Him is the man. That's my or whatever.
I'm mad.
But
Worried about disrespecting the Powerpuff Girls character.
Hey, man. But he knows he has a mob that literally does verbatim what he fucking says. And ignores everything that he said before that when he said the other opposite. And jumps into the moment.
The mob is not believing him as much. They still gonna vote for him.
But they still rage about it. And so like you have a mob that,
okay, we going too far.
I mean, saying they listen to him. And so saying I don't want to cause a panic, all you have to do is say stay calm.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, don't panic. It's not that big of a deal. This is the issue. This is what potentially can happen.
Yeah, he knew.
This is it. And there would be no panic because you literally have a mob that literally goes on everything you say. You cause a stir when you make a tweet. The stock market changes. You know what I mean? Like people go marching in Charlottesville with tiki torches. Like it's shit that happens, and it's not really a good excuse from him to me specifically. Like it's a bad one. It's a bad one for him. What else was it?
Man, the NFL is back.
Yeah.
Came back on Thursday night football. I don't have cable, so I didn't watch it.
I watched the beginning of the game.
Actually, I think we do have some sort of hookup. I
guarantee you can get
I didn't care. Like, I just don't.
I understand.
What I did see,
the Raiders are in Las Vegas.
First off, let me talk.
They won their first game.
Too bad they had to leave Oakland to do it.
I know.
But look, so they locked arms in a show of unity for the game. Had nothing to do with the flag.
Nothing.
Nothing to do with the national anthem.
Both teams stayed in the locker room for the national anthem and the black national anthem that they singing before every game.
Which
now.
I'm about to get to. First off, let me stop on that. Look, America, we didn't ask for a black national anthem. We didn't ask for all this pandering and catering. We asked for some police reform. Ain't none of that happened. None of that. That's what we want. I don't care that the black national anthem is sang at every sporting event. I couldn't care less. What we want is some change, some laws, some legislature. All right, I'm done. Thank you, sir.
That's my jam, man. I understand what you say. Yeah, I definitely did. Like, it's a completely unneeded.
I'm just tired of we're gonna paint Black Lives Matter. Yeah, that's great.
That's gonna get painted right back over by racists.
But this is not solving what we asking you for.
We already got Martin Luther King Street.
Like this, at a certain point, it starts to feel like pandering. Like, I appreciate it. It's great.
Yeah,
you know, but.
Yeah, but let's get back to this
anyway,
game. That
so
moment of unity.
They linked arms, nothing to do with the flag, anthem, anything like that.
They had a moment of silence.
People still booed.
They was booing it, man.
People still booed.
It's proof
so that means it was never about the protest. It was never about the flag. It was never about the anthem.
Nope.
Y'all are just crappy people.
Don't want niggas saying nothing.
For real. Like at this point, like y'all just suck as human beings.
That's
like
all I can say.
I'm sorry. I'm at my wit's end with people. Like you just not a good at being a good person.
Like if you still trying to justify saying they'll go there at work, anything like that,
you're an idiot.
Like you really need to check about what you think about.
Like what's there to boo about?
What black people are doing and how you feel about it.
Like even I had a conversation about it last night, and it was just like, man, like you got to understand, like these guys are making millions, and they may not be facing some of the same things, but at any moment they get stopped in a town where they're not known.
Oh,
and
yeah,
if things go sideways.
And with the NFL specifically, there's multiple cases even last season where people have been
right.
Like dude got tased. What's my man in the Jets? Dang, I can't think of his name now.
Even further than that, though, like so these guys have made it, but most of these guys are from impoverished communities. You know what I mean? They from these places where policing has damaged the community, the way the policing goes down, and so.
Still got friends and loved ones in that situation.
So why would you not represent for the place where you from and do that in a positive light?
Like, come on, man, why not? As soon as I get
understand that, like,
as soon as I get my voice, it's got to be heard.
And when I said it like that, they seem to understand where I was coming from.
At least you had some people listening to you, Randy.
It was good. It was good conversation. It wasn't that type of conversation where there wasn't none of those type of people there. Like it was all.
I got you.
Understanding was needed. That was it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
was
saying?
General questions. Like, listen, I don't understand this, buddy. Gonna have to break this one down for me.
But once I broke it down, everybody's like, I said, when you say it like that, I can see where you're coming from. But yeah, I harp on that. That's my
yeah.
But the NBA.
Hold on, wait, man. Let's hey, man, they've been kicking it with us for a minute, man. If y'all been kicking it this long, thank you for kicking it with something about the culture. You can check us out on Instagram at SATC_show, on Twitter at Something About the Culture, and on Facebook at Something About the Culture. Like, share, subscribe, leave comments. Hit up the DMs if you want to holler at my man. Dude's right here. I'm just playing. He married. I'm just playing.
I'm trying to stay
questions
that way.
only.
I'm trying to stay that way. Yeah, related to the show. Show-related questions only, please. I don't need any questions outside of your questions.
But like y'all been kicking with us this long. Thank you. What was about the NBA?
The NBA, they took a knee on 9/11, and people were angry.
Oh yeah. I did see that. I didn't watch that. I wasn't.
Once again, I don't care about sports anymore, really. But like, people are raging over that.
Wouldn't 9/11 be the time to take a knee for the people? Like, you take a knee from, like, that's the fallen thing for sure, ain't it? What was he taking a knee for?
That was the whole thing that's the whole reason Colin Kaepernick started taking a knee, because
to do it on, like, they just don't want niggas saying nothing, bro. That's all it is.
And here's my thing, bro. It was like, it started with the protests. People
I hate
were mad
to say
about
it like that, but that's
then
all I see.
Started with people going out in the streets and marching. They were mad about that. Now they're mad about riots. Like, so now it's dialed back, and you back mad about like, you just want to be mad.
And I will say there are legit arguments on minute details. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's stuff you can debate, but in general, if you have, most of I see is just generally you don't want to see niggas saying nothing, and it's.
I no longer refer to myself as a nigga.
Nah, shout out, but
I'm trying to remove that from my vocabulary.
Oh, that's good.
I'm trying.
I might get
at least it makes company.
I might get there one day.
Mixed company.
Mixed company is always gone. I'm sitting around y'all. I guess in the video. I guess if I'm comfortable around y'all. It's me. I don't know who I'm watching.
I love y'all. But I don't know y'all.
My
like
Wallow friends.
Yo,
shout out.
Last little piece, man. The University of Michigan created 2 separate online cafes to encourage discussion, but the way they did it was wrong.
We would have been over there. My Wallow friends over.
So it was one for non-POC people, and then one for people of color.
They had a segregated Zoom meeting.
Yes,
like it was the whites only.
But it was meant. I guess it was meant to.
You have a whites only virtual section.
I think it was meant for them to talk about how they could. It was
a safe place.
Yeah.
So you can be open
so you
about.
Can ask questions, and that's what I guess it was meant to be. They painted it as if it was meant to be. Good.
Ask a white guy. That's what we're gonna call this segment. Ask a white guy.
But and they were one-time events, so a lot of people got up in arms. Somebody actually thought they were building 2 separate cafes, which made my day.
Like real cafeterias.
Yeah. Hey yo, your kind eats over there.
That's hilarious, man.
But they apologized though. I thought that was great. Just the whole story's great.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, man. Hey, man,
I'm not even mad about that.
You can't be mad about white people did a safe place, man. I'm sure they got some questions that's gonna come out wrong. They want to ask. Everybody ain't got black friends that they can just ask that weird shit too. True. That's a legit thing. You just gotta advertise.
Get yourself a black friend.
You gotta advertise better than that.
Get yourself a black friend for other reasons. We're excellent. Just in general.
Just to ask questions like, here, buddy, hey, I'll pay you.
Yo, we gotta go though. Something positive. Hey, take advice when you need to hear it, man. I was struggling on Friday, and shout out to Spaceman Dan. We got to get him back on the show soon.
Most definitely.
But he just hit me off with some wisdom, man, that made me think and sit down and realize what I was doing and where I need to be putting my energies, man. And so had I not been open to receive that wisdom, though, it would have been wasted. So make sure you're always open to receive wisdom, no matter where it comes from. Y'all know Spaceman is frenetic. He's all over the place. But
all right, y'all. Thanks. That's good, bro. Thanks for kicking it with us this long, y'all. Peace.